subheadings are here: concept, importance, and implication, modes and sources of materials, modes of learning and sources of materials. We search design and ADD and organizing materials, basic skills of ICT for English language teacher, opportunity and challenge in managing ICT in ELT class. So these are the topics we discuss in unit 3rd. Here, what I have planned is, first we discuss the basic concepts of this topic. Then we prepare some questions and answers from this unit. Okay, in this way we do. Good morning, everyone. So just this is to remind you on the content areas that we discuss today. Okay. Then okay. So ICT in ELT. Unit content already I showed you. This is concept we discuss. Importance, why do we need ICT in English language teaching class? Then what implications we provide in the use of ICT. Modes and sources of materials, searching, designing and organizing materials, basic skills of ICT for English language teacher, opportunity of ICT as well as challenges of ICT in ELT class. These are the content areas that we have to discuss in unit 3rd. Then let's see some of the questions asked in the previous years and some possible questions that we have to think and prepare some sample answers, like how could information and communication technology help in teaching and learning? Write any 3 ways of using ICT in English language teaching at lower secondary level. So this is the question asked in 2075. And this question: how could information and communication technology or ICT help in teaching and learning? How? This means importance we talk, as well as we write the some examples to teach English language by the use of ICT tools. Okay, and why should an English teacher use ICT in English language classroom? Why should an English teacher use ICT in English language classroom or in the classroom? Describe the advantages of ICT in knowledge building part of the students, knowledge building part. So what are the advantages of using ICT for the students? Can also be asked, what are the advantages of ICT for the teachers? Your question to answer it, why should an English teacher use ICT in the classroom? Means benefits of using ICT for the teachers. And second question, benefits or advantages of ICT for the students. So this is the question. This was asked, I think, 2073. And what are the ICT tools that can be used in English language class? Explain with examples how do you use or utilize ICT tools as teaching materials in English language classroom. So ICT tools can be excellent teaching materials in English language classroom. So we have to understand this part also. So from this perspective, question can also be asked. Okay, these are just two guiding questions, and then we discuss the content area. Now first, let's see, these are the unit highlights. Like, this is the concept, importance and implication is here. A context, let's see, context is what the internet is. Today's age is internet age. Today's age is information societies, we have. Today's age is, digital world. The world is, transformed into a small village, and content rich and technology rich learning environment we have today. Okay, so just you understand, the internet is information society, knowledge based society, digital world, small village, content rich and technology rich learning environment we have. You know, so uh, content rich and technology rich learning environment is very crucial to understand. So when we use ICT tools, then even in the absence of textbook, we can teach English to our students, because the content of English language teaching, like to teach listening, speaking, reading, writing, grammar, vocabulary, function, pronunciation, as well as teaching methodologies, can also be uh, can also be used from by from digital sources or digital resources available in the Google. So because of this, we can say content rich learning environment we have and technology rich environment we have. There are many ICT tools that we can use to enhance, to promote teaching and learning process in the classroom. So in the context part, you remember this internet age, information society, knowledge based society, okay, and digital world, small village, content rich and technology rich learning environment we have. This is the present context. Okay, then we are shifting from conventional pedagogy to turning to technology. So we are in favor of using technology in teaching and learning process. So using technology in ELT is what one example of innovation. So to innovate English language teaching and learning, we are using technology, ICT, information and communication technology. So this is the shifting time or period. And we have to see the linkage between pedagogy and technology. What kind of relationship we explore between technology and pedagogy? Which one is more important for the teachers and students? Like, in the past, what was the concept was like, okay, in the past, what was the practice is inspired by technology and driven by pedagogy in the past, but this time inspired by inspired by pedagogy and driven by technology. This kind of shift we can see in teaching and learning process. यसलाई कसरी बुझाउँ भने pedagogy र technology को relationship मा inspired by technology means in the past technology चाहिँ प्रयोग गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने चाहिँ concept हुन्थ्यो हैन in the past, and pedagogy is main driving force. Pedagogy ले चाहिँ drive गर्थ्यो, technology चाहिँ प्रयोग गर्नुपर्छ, technology प्रयोग गर्दा राम्रो हुन्छ, class effective हुन्छ, then what students they will be active, यो किसिमको चाहिँ inspiration हैन हुन्थ्यो in the past. तर ड्राइभ चाहिँ पेडागोजीले नै टिचिङ एन्ड लर्निङ एक्टिभिटीले नै ड्राइभ गर्थ्यो. तर अहिले चाहिँ जस्ट अपोजिट छ हैन, पढ्नुपर्छ, अपडेट हुनुपर्छ, सिक्नुपर्छ भन्ने कन्सेप्ट चाहिँ छ. त्यो कन्सेप्टलाई चाहिँ टेक्नोलोजीले चाहिँ ड्राइभ गर्छ अहिले चाहिँ हैन. पढ्नुपर्छ, सिक्नुपर्छ, अध्ययन गर्नुपर्छ, अपडेट हुनुपर्छ, अपग्रेड हुनुपर्छ भन्ने कन्सेप्ट चाहिँ छ, त्यो इन्स्पायर्ड बाइ पेडागोजी. तर त्यो कन्सेप्टलाई ड्राइभ गर्ने भनेको चाहिँ technology ho. Technology is what at the front, at the driver's seat. Driver ko seat ma chai technology cha, and side passenger at the side, the passenger is what pedagogy. Pedagogy chai side ma bascha, drive chai kele garcha, technology le garcha. So in every class we use technology, like might be the multimedia, projector, laptop, computer, desktop, or we can use different speakers, might be CD, DVD, we can use, and we through these tools we can use what audio clips, video clips, then might be pictures, or might be searching some other materials through in the Googles. So technology is at the driver's seat. So technology drives and pedagogy inspires. Pedagogy means teaching and learning process should be interesting. Teaching and learning process should be effective. We should teach, we should learn. Teaching and learning should be there. But this concept will be driven by the technology. भन्ने अहिलेको कन्सेप्ट चाहिँ यो हो. पहिला चाहिँ टेक्नोलोजी इन्स्पायर गरेर हुन्थ्यो, टेक्नोलोजी युज गर्दा राम्रो हुन्छ, यो प्रविधि युज गरेर पढाउँदाखेरि बच्चाहरूले बुझ्छ राम्रोसँग हैन, इफेक्टिभ हुन्छ, इफिसिएन्ट हुन्छ भन्ने कन्सेप्ट चाहिँ पहिला हो. तर पेडागोजी नै अगाडि आउँथ्यो हैन. तर अहिले चाहिँ पेडागोजी पछाडी छ, पेडागोजीले इन्स्पायर मात्र गर्ने हो, टेक्नोलोजी ड्राइभ्स. We use technological tools, then we run our classes. So this kind of relationship we see in pedagogy and technology. So digital integration we see in teaching and learning, and the integration of digital technologies and teaching and learning is related to the awareness of changing nature of schooling. अब schooling को concept पनि अब बिस्तारै चेन्ज भएको हो हैन. In the past there was teacher dominated teaching and learning process. So only textbook is used. Textbook is everything for the teacher. Teacher used to dictate or explain every details, everything from the textbook. But in the present time, when we integrated digital content, digital tools, digital resources in teaching and learning process, so this has changed the conventional or traditional practice in the modern time. So digital integration we see, and this has innovated English language teaching and learning process. Ancient root new journey भनेको चाहिँ कन्टेन्ट हिजोकै हो हैन. हिजो पनि लिसनिङ, स्पिकिङ, रिडिङ, राइटिङ भनिन्थ्यो, त्यही ग्रामर, प्रोनाउन्सिएसन, भोकाबुलरी, फङ्क्सन, पङ्क्चुएसन यस्तैको कुरा गरिन्थ्यो. आज पनि कन्टेन्ट त्यही हो, बट द वे अफ dealing with, the way of presenting or the way of teaching is different than past. Root same, ancient root same, पहिलेकै रुट हो हैन, प्राचीन कालदेखि नै हिँड्ने बाटो त्यही हो हैन. but journey, how we start our journey in the same route is different. पहिला हिँड्ने तरिका र अहिले हिँड्ने तरिका फरक छ हैन. So route is ancient, traditional route, same content, but how we start our journey is we our journey becomes different than the past or in the history. So we teach differently, So ICT in ELT is an example of innovation. Innovation, okay, you नव परिवर्तन भन्छ नि, नयाँ नयाँ कुरा गर्ने के ELT मा. So innovation is doing the same thing from different way. त्यही कुरालाई फरक तरिकाले पढाउने हो हैन. Just a simple example I provide you of innovation. Innovation भनेको के भन्ने हुन सक्छ. Just one example you will get. Example of innovation, like हामीले हामीले verb forms हैन. Verb forms पढाउँदाखेरि there are verb present हैन, then verb past हैन, and then verb present perfect हैन, and present continuous हैन, and simple present यसरी कुरा गर्छौं नि हामीले हैन. हो पढाउँदाखेरि verb 1 verb 2 verb 3 verb 4 verb 5 हैन, go went gone going goes यसै पढाएर हुन्छ हैन. तर यही कन्टेन्टलाई अब हामीले फरक तरिकाले पढाउन सकिन्छ के हैन. दिस इज इनोभेसन. लाइक राइमिङ प्याटर्नमा लान सक्यौं, एउटा गीतको शैलीमा लान सक्छौं हैन, युजिङ द प्याटर्न अफ songs like go went gone going goes every day, यो प्याटर्नमा हामीले लान सक्छौं. दिस इज इनोभेसन. सेम थिङ but from different way. Go went gone going goes every day, sister brother my friends go every day. So this is the pattern, rhyming pattern of drink it water, drink it every day. Father mother brother sister drink it every day. त्यही प्याटर्नमा अब हामीले यो verb formula लगायौं. Go went gone going goes every day, brother sister my friends go every day. Come came come coming comes every day, father mother brother sister come every day. So here the same thing but using different style, different way. This is innovation. यो नै नव परिवर्तन हो, नयाँ शैली हो हैन. So here in English language teaching, ICT is one example of innovation. We teach English language content, English language skills and aspects in different way than in the past. So ICT is that kind of change driver. Then this is what what we call enablers. Let's say enablers. We can say ICT is change driver. परिवर्तनको वाहक हो यो हैन. So this is what E and ABL enablers to transform TRAN yes F1 transform ELT situation. So how we understand it? So change driver, enabler to transform the ELT situation. So this kind of concept we are practicing in the present in the field of ELT and ICT. So in this context, teachers they should be tech savvy. Tech savvy means technological proficient. So tech savvy means technologically proficient, PROFICIENT, should be able to use technological devices. Tech savvy means being able to use or to handle technological devices in the process of teaching and learning. And students are known as digital natives, and they are the screen agers. Digitally natives, screen agers, students, digitally natives. So by birth, they get or they acquire ability to handle digital tools. तिनीहरुसँग त्यो क्षमता हुन्छ के अहिलेको बच्चाहरुसँग हैन. They can handle digital devices or tools efficiently, effectively. So this kind of ability they will have. Screen edges, every time they will be around screens, like screen might be of laptop screen, might be tab, and mobile screen might be television screen might be. So they are always around the screen, so they are called screen edgers also. So present generation, we called as screen edgers, digitally natives, and teachers should be technologically proficient to handle technological devices, to teach and learn English language, content and learning. So by the use of technology, learning is being very open, flexible, dynamic, versatile. So learners, they customize their learning process. Customize means according to their needs. According to their needs, they select. Select and what read, update, and what upgrade their knowledge. This is customization. आवश्यकता अनुसार उनीहरूले विषयवस्तु छनौट गर्न सक्ने, त्यो विषयवस्तुको अध्ययन गर्ने, त्यसबाट अपडेट अपग्रेड गर्ने. This is the process of customization, because a lot of information available in the Google. From the Google search, they select the appropriate, relevant, and useful information, and read and upgrade according to the needs. This is customization. This kind of learning culture we have by the use of ICT tools. And adaptation also we can see. So students and teachers, they try to adapt according to the context, because a lot of information is scattering everywhere. Knowledge information scattering. So already we said this is the internet age, information society. So information is scattering everywhere around us. Then teachers and students, they try to adapt. Anukulan खोज्छन् हैन. And then collaborative learning, then networking, we can see learning through network, learning through collaboration, learning through cooperation. We can do, because ICT helps to create different types of forums, different types of networks. From the forums, networks, and different platforms, then different conferences, using ICTs, they can learn from each other. This is collaborative learning, cooperative learning. Then they can customize their learning. They can adapt according to the situation. This kind of learning we expect in the present time, because teachers are expected to be technologically proficient, able to handle the technological devices, and students are digitally natives and screen edgers. Then society is information society, internet is, then what digital world we have. Then ICT tools can also be understood from two perspectives. दुईटा पर्सपेक्टिभबाट हेरौँ ICT टुललाई. एउटा इन्फर्मेटिभ टुल्सको रूपमा जान्छ हैन. ICT tools, एउटा informative tool, just information we receive, then another one is learning tool. By the use of ICT tools, we learn, we update, we upgrade our knowledge. So ICT tools, information communication tools, might be like computer, desktop, laptop, mobile, tab, so other radio, video, audio, different, we can say lead, then CD, speaker, Bluetooth speaker, then there are many ICT tools we can use in teaching and learning process. But these ICT tools can be categorized into two groups. One is informative tool. Just we get the information. Oh, these are the operating systems. These are the hardware. These are the software. Just being familiar. Oh, this is keyboard, computer, and laptop, desktop. This is a screen, and these are the software. These are the hardware, and this is what the function of this. भन्ने चाहिँ इन्फर्मेटिभ टुल्सको रूपमा जान्छ आइसिटी टुल्सलाई हाम्रो कम्प्युटर क्लासहरू हुन्छ नि त्यो कम्प्युटर क्लासमा चाहिँ डिफ्रेन्ट पार्ट्स अफ कम्प्युटर भनेर पढाइरहेको हुन्छ नि हामीले students they cannot apply or they cannot use the tools for their learning purpose but just they become familiar with the tools this is informative tools हाम्रो प्राय आइसिटी मा यस्तै हुन्छ मात्र के टेक्नोलोजी के टुलसँग परिचित गराउने के जस्तै यो के हो हैन अनि यो कहाँ हुन्छ हैन अनि like familiarizing what they are locating where they are recognizing why they are किन प्रयोग गरिन्छ भने यस्तो किसिमको चाहिँ theoretical concept idea लिने काम चाहिँ के हो भने informative tools मा लिमिट हुन्छ then learning tools by the use of ICT tools we can upgrade we can search we can select we can we can download we can print we can read we can update we can upgrade our knowledge then we retrieve in the future use also manage and retrieve यो चाहिँ के लर्निङ टुल्समा जाने हो हामीले खोजेको चाहिँ के हो भने लर्निङ टुल्सको रूपमा लानु पर्यो आइसिटी टुल्सलाई इन्फर्मेटिभ टुल्स मात्र राख्ने होइन हैन so just making familiar with the ICT learning environment ICT tools this is what only informative tools information we get but we should apply these tools in the process of updating and upgrading in the process of knowledge building part in the process of what knowledge sharing part in the process of what knowledge creation part learning creation building knowledge sharing exchanging यो पार्टमा पनि लानु पर्यो आइसिटी टुल्सलाई so this is what I prefer to call learning tools यो कहीं छैन तर मैले चाहिँ यसलाई चाहिँ यसरी चाहिँ समराइज गरेको हो आइसिटी टुल्स can be divided into as informative tools and what learning tools हैन so हाम्रो टिचरहरुमा टिचर कम्युनिटीमा छ अहिले so most of the teachers they are familiar about the ICT tools or in ho हैन we can use different learning management platforms like Moodle Google Class in the same way we can use different softwares like this Zoom now we are using it Zoom Microsoft Team this Skype Skype Zoom Microsoft Team we can use and we can have video conference then we can exchange our ideas हुन सक्छ हैन so why don't we use practically why don't we develop skill to handle these tools तर हाम्रो भइदियो के भने इन्फर्मेसन लिने मात्र भइराखेको छ अहिले गुगल क्लास मुडल देन माइक्रोसफ्ट टिम छ जुम छ भन्ने कुराहरु हामीलाई थाहा हुन्छ के थाहा हुन्छ तर यसलाई प्रयोग गर्ने शैली अलिकति कम हुन्छ किनभने अघि मैले यहाँ एनोटेसनलाई ब्लक गरे हैन तपाईहरुले यहाँ कोही साथीहरुले यहाँ अननेसेसरी स्क्रिन कोर्नु भो यो स्क्रिन किन कोर्या भन्दा तपाईलाई यो लर्निङ टुलको रूपमा युज गर्नै सकेनौ के हामीले यो इन्फर्मेटिभ टुलको रूपमा जुम छ जुमबाट जोइन हुने हो अनि क्लास लिने भन्ने मात्र भयो के हाम्रो चाहिँ यो जुमको युजको बारेमा थाहा भएन यहाँ धेरै फिचर्सहरु छ हैन सो यो फिचरहरु नै थाहा भएन हामीलाई यो स्क्रिन कोर्या छ हैन डिस्टर्ब गरेको छ so this kind of concept we have to understand in ICT class so how do we apply how do we utilize these tools to enhance teaching and learning process of students as well as of teachers teacher professional development ma and students learning and overall to reform English language teaching process in our class so this we have to understand here this is the context यो कुराहरु चाहिँ हाम्रो एन्सरमा हाम्रो प्रिपरेसनमा झल्किनु पर्यो हैन दिस शुड बी कन्टेक्स्ट कस्तो हो इन्टरनेट एज छ इन्फर्मेसन सोसाइटी हो नलेज बेस्ड सोसाइटी हो डिजिटल वर्ल्ड होल भास्ट वर्ल्ड इज ट्रान्सफर्म इन्टु स्मल विलेज हैन देन कन्टेन्ट रिच इन्भाइरोमेन्ट वी हेभ टेक्नोलोजी रिच लर्निङ इन्भाइरोमेन्ट वी हेभ वी आर शिफ्टिङ टुवर्ड्स टेक्नोलोजी and technology is being at the driver's seat and pedagogy is being never by passenger. त्यसको नजिकको प्यासेन्जरको रूपमा pedagogy छ अहिले. At the front, technology is coming. By the use of technology, we teach. So digital integration we can see, and innovation we are expecting in ELT by the use of technology. So technology is being change of driver, enabler to transform ELT situation. Teachers are expected to be tech savvy or technologically proficient, able to handle technological devices. Then the students are students are known as digitally natives, screen agers. And learning process is customizing, adapting, collaborating, and networking. Collaborative, networked, NETWORK, network, all is networked. सबै नेटवर्कमा छ अहिले हाम्रो नेटवर्क छ. So tools from two perspectives, informative tools and learning tools. We do this. These are the basic unit highlights we have to understand. Now I check your email. Yes, learning tools means same. ICT tools, nay learning tools ko ruma lani bhane. Okay, ICT tools, for example, learning tools and informative tools. मैले किन भनेको भने just having knowledge or information about ICT tools, that is informative tools ko ruma bachcha. This is keyboard. Using keyboard, we can type English, we can type Nepali. भन्ने knowledge मात्र लेको छ तर टाइप गरेको छैन. And this is what screen, desktop, these are CPU, or these are what hardware, software, and these are like we can construct what we say, we can construct a spreadsheet, we can construct worksheet भनेर थाहा छ तर गरेको छैन, नगर्ने प्र्याक्टिकली गरेको छैन भने त्यो इन्फर्मेटिभ टुल्समै बस्छ. नलेज छ तर skill lacking. So we have knowledge, but skill part is lacking. That is what informative tools. But if we use in the real life situation to perform our professional behaviors, then that will be what learning tools. They say they to learning tool malane ho. Yes, knowledge aspect and skill aspect. Yeah. If we have only knowledge, that is informative tools. Knowledge cha tar use chaina. But if we have skill also, then what is this? Is learning tool. We use ICT tools and update and upgrade our knowledge. We search, different types of, learning content from the Google. Then we also construct, like, spreadsheet. We prepare, mark sheet of the students. We maintain the, students record also. Students learning, information learning. We manage the data. Then we keep the record, record management use गरिन्छ. Then for teaching learning purpose also we create worksheet, we draw pictures, we edit video, we animate audio video materials, then we use in the classroom. That is what learning tools ko ruma layo हामीले त्यसैलाई. Okay, these things we have to understand. Got it? Okay. Now this basic concept already started. This is the context. यो चाहिँ context को रूपमा share गरे मैले. यस्तो context छ, यो context को periphery मा बसेर answer लेख्ने हो हैन. This is the context हैन. Then this now really we start our content. अब हाम्रो basic भनेको छ, concept भनेको छ, importance भनेको छ, implication. These are not difficult, simple, सामान्य हो. Concept of ICT भन्यो के हो ICT भनेको, and then importance, why do we use ICT in ELT class, किन युज गर्ने त हैन. सजिलो छ. Implication means how should we use ICT, कसरी प्रयोग गर्ने ICT लाई in the future हैन. अहिलेको context यस्तो छ. यो context मा how do we use ICT tools to enhance the teaching and learning process in English class. Implication we discuss. Simple, सजिलो छ नातिनुस्. Information and communication technology refers to a range of electronic tools. For storing, displaying, and exchanging information for communication in a cheaper, easier, and faster way. Yeah, no what words am I highlight गरेको छु. No what words are एउटा word चाहिँ storing, we use for storing. Then displaying, P-E-L-A-Y-N, displaying, and exchanging, E-X-C-H-A-N-G-I-G, exchanging. Another cheaper, सस्तो तरिकाले, easier, सजिलो तरिकाले, faster, एकदम चाँडो हैन चाँडो, and devices, then services, and technologies. SERVIC, services and technologies. TCHNO. यति 9 वटा वर्डले तपाईले आईसीटी लाई डिफाइन गर्नु पर्यो. You have to define using these 9 vocabularies, 9 terminologies. So ICT refers to a range of electronic tools which are used to store information, to display information. For example, this laptop we are using internet, we are using our mobile. Why we are using mobile and laptop and internet? To store our information, to display. Now I'm displaying, this, worksheet, this kind of, text I'm displaying to you. This is a kind of, example of, ICT, So we exchange our information through emails, through, different other, means. We exchange information, how in a cheaper way, faster way, easier way. सजिलो तरिकाले, चाँडो तरिकाले, सस्तो तरिकाले exchange गर्छौं information. We communicate, we exchange and communicate information. Easier way, faster way, cheaper way. Then it includes not, हामीले ICT भनेको simply computer, internet मात्र बुझ्न भएन, हैन? It is crucial to understand that ICT refers to much more than simply computers and the internet. ICT includes devices, services, and technology. Very broad concept. They are, we discuss below. So simply we understand information and communication technology refers to a range of electronic tools for storing, displaying, and exchanging information for communication in a cheaper, easier, and faster way. So it is crucial thing to understand that ICT refers to much more than simply computers and the internet. ICT includes devices, services, and technology. So these are the keywords. Just a minute. Just to remember, सम्झनको लागि मात्र है, these 9 words, यो 9 word लाई use गर्दिनुस्, ICT लाई define गर्दिनुस्. Concept of ICT. What is concept of ICT? ICT, हैन? ल यति कुरालाई चाहिँ ध्यान दिऊ. When we define ICT, like ICT refers to a range of electronic tools भन्नुस् हैन, which are used to store, to display, to exchange information for communication, सञ्चारको लागि हैन. Then when we use ICT tools, it will be very cheap, easy, and faster. For example, अहिले नै तपाईहरुको क्लासको एक्जाम्पल लिनुस् न. तपाई यो जुम को सिस्टम नआएको भए, यो कोभिड-19 ले यो किसिमको सिचुएसन नल्याएको भए तपाईहरु काठमाडौँ आउनु पर्थ्यो. काठमाडौँ आउनुहुन्थ्यो अथवा मेन सिटीहरुमा चाहिँ दौडनुहुन्थ्यो यो क्लास लिनको लागि. त्यहाँ के हुन्थ्यो, तपाईलाई फिजिकल पेन त छँदैछ, टाइमको लस भइरहेको छँदैछ, तपाईको इन्भेस्टमेन्ट पनि हाई हुन्थ्यो. So this is very expensive, but in the present time you are sitting in your one room and having a tea in your room and having just this kind of class. This is what, this is cheaper also, sasto damma pani cha, then it is easier, sajilo pani cha, and what fast also. This is we can run our classes rapid speed also, so this is cheaper, easier, faster. how this happened because of use of ICT tools. ICT tool internet use गर्यौं हामीले, इलेक्ट्रोनिक डिभाइसेसहरु युज गरेका छौं हामीले हैन. सो मोबाइल छ, ट्याब छ, ल्यापटप छ, डेस्कटप कम्प्युटर होला हैन. सो इन्टरनेट को अफ कोर्स युज भइहाल्छ हैन. Then this kind of devices we use and services and technology we use, and we update, upgrade, and learn knowledge what we want, wish. So this is just basic concept of what ICT. And now here devices, services, tools like radio, television, video, audio, DVD, CDs, computer, telephone, mobiles, emails, video conferencing, satellite system, pen drives, Bluetooth speaker, memory cards, smart board, projector, card reader, internet, web links, or these all are examples. These examples we can give, and directly, indirectly, we use these tools, to update and upgrade our professional knowledge. This is the concept. Concept ma yo jau haina. ICT tools is informative tools. It is surface knowledge. Yeah, and ICT tools is learning tools is deep knowledge, surface knowledge and deep knowledge. So we can do this. Okay. केही जिज्ञासा छ भने च्याट बक्समा लेख्दै जानुहोस् है, मैले यहाँ चेक पनि गरिराखेको छु. दिस इज जस्ट सिम्पल कन्सेप्ट हैन. यति कन्सेप्ट बुझिदिनुस्. आईसीटी को पार्टबाट यति यो सर्ट प्याराग्राफ चाहिँ कन्ठै गर्नुस्, यो कन्ठै पार्नुस्. आईसीटी को पार्टबाट जस्तो सुकै क्वेशन सोधे पनि सुरुमा यो लेखिहाल्ने हो. दिस इज कमन टु एनी काइन्ड अफ क्वेशन आस्क्ड फ्रम आईसीटी एरिया. आईसीटी इन ELT मा आएको क्वेशनमा यो सुरु लेखिदिहाल्ने हो, कन्ठै पारिहाल्नुस्. कमन. So information and communication technology refers to a range of electronic tools for storing, displaying, exchanging information for communication in a cheaper, easier, and faster way. It is crucial thing to understand that ICT refers to much more than simply computers and the internet. It includes devices, services, technology. For example, भनेर एउटा दुईटा एक्जाम्पल राखिदिनुस्. अडियो भिडियो हैन, टेलिफोन, मोबाइल्स, इमेल्स, भिडियो कन्फरेन्सिङ एटसेट्रा भनिदिनुस् हैन. देन अब क्वेशनले के भन्छ, क्वेशनमा टच गर्नुस्. This is just creating what context. Okay, now importance, there are there is long list of points that can be understood as the importance or significance of ICT in ELT. So few things I have listed here. Few भन्दा पनि धेरै नै लामै लिस्ट छ. How do you understand is, first thing what we have to understand is this ICT is the focus area or highlighted area, appreciated area in the present time of teaching and learning. Even the legal documents of the government have prioritized this area. Digital Nepal Framework 2076. Digital Nepal Framework le teaching and learning process like online ma laija bhन्छ हैन. In the same way, we have teacher competency framework also. Teacher Competency Framework 2072 highlights one competency under the ICT. ICT एउटा competency नै हो Teacher Competency Framework मा. Then if the knowledge of ICT, knowledge and skill of ICT भनौं, knowledge मात्र नभनौं, knowledge and skill of ICT is one of the competency अथवा one core भनौं, one core competency, one core competency outlined by Teacher Competency Framework 2072. यो चाहिँ बिर्सनु भएन We have ICT Master Plan also. ICT Master Plan पनि छ. Then our legal plans and documents, policies, यो सबै policy, plans, programs हरुले ICT लाई फोकस गरेको छ. सबै लेख्न नपर्ला, just Teacher Competency Framework 2072 is one guiding document for the teacher professional development. So every teacher must have these competencies. Then one competency out of 8 competencies out of 8, one is what related to ICT. Therefore, an ICT knowledge and skill knowledge and skill, knowledge ma matra limit nagaro. ICT knowledge and skill is not only useful and relevant in teaching and learning process, but mandatory, compulsory. This is obligatory to the teachers. यो अनिवार्य हो, यो उपयोगी हुन्छ, सान्दर्भिक छ, सिक्नु पर्छ, गर्नु पर्छ होइन कि यो अनिवार्य रूपमा हुनै पर्छ. So because this is what legalized document, it advocates that knowledge and skills of ICT not only relevant and useful, but it is what compulsory, it is mandatory. अनिवार्य रूपमा teachers they have to develop one thing. So this indicates the importance of ICT. कतिको महत्त्व छ भन्ने कुरा यसले पनि देखाउँछ. अझै एउटा सेन्टेन्स लेख्दिउँ न, यो डाइरेक्ट पोइन्टमा भयो हैन. ICT यसै लेखौँ, information and communication. Just a minute, give me a minute. Okay. Information and communication technology refers to ICT in its short form. Is it like short form? Thore context राख्दिउँ न, short form. It is important so दे भने पनि माथिकै लेख्ने हो के. It is it refers to हैन, it refers to again, it refers to अथवा यहाँ refers यहाँ अगाडि आएकोलाई यसलाई ICT information and communication technology can be written as ICT in its short form. It refers to a range of ELEC electronic tools, electronic devices and tools, that are used to display, store भण्डारण गर्न पर्यो हैन, display देखाउन पर्यो, DISPLE display, and exchange exchange information for communication, for communication हैन. एक भनौं ICT we have to understand that ICT is not only ICT is not simply computer and the internet को अगाडि जहिले नि द लाग्छ है, internet. So we have to understand that ICT is not simply computer and internet. It is more than that. It covers, devices, services, and technologies. अब यति चाहिँ introduction भयो. ICT can be one ENABLI enabling factor. Enabling भनेको यसले संवाहक हो के, संवाहक, परिवर्तनको संवाहक हैन. 11 factors to transform ELT practice in school education. In education, ICT can be enabling factor to transform ELT practice in school education. There are many governments legal documents that prioritize prioritize. There are many legal documents that prioritize ICT, use of ICT in teaching and learning process. Some of some of the points of some of the points of importance. IMPOR. Some of the points and the importance of using ICT in ELT can be SUMME are summarized in the following points. So the way of presentation can be different. Let's say the importance of using ICT in ELT class, English language teaching class can be summarized, can be presented in the following points, can be mentioned in the following points. So this is the way of presentation. It depends upon you. Now these points are here. So knowledge and skill of ICT is one core competency. Core competency outlined or presented by teacher competency framework. Therefore, ICT knowledge and skill not only useful and relevant, but also what mandatory. This is what compulsory to the teachers. Second point is what this is also important. Like COVID-19, brought a kind of wave in teaching and learning process. So this kind of when there is shutdown, lockdown, disturbance in school opening and teaching and learning process. So to continue learning process even in the disrupted environment, we can use ICT to update and upgrade to continue. Then to have professional resilience of the teacher and academic resilience of the यो विद्यार्थीको जुन प्राज्ञिक उत्थानशीलता भन्छौँ हामी हैन, पढ्ने लेख्ने सिक्ने अध्यावधिक हुने यो दिस काइन्ड अफ रेजिलियन्स उत्थानशीलता हैन र टिचरको व्यावसायिक उत्थानशीलता प्रोफेसनल रेजिलियन्सको लागि चाहिँ ICT becomes what enabling factor. ICT develops teachers professionally resilient and students academically resilient. So this is very high ambitious, high sounding type of objective. एकदमै महत्त्वकांक्षी उद्देश्य हो यो चाहिँ प्रोफेसनल रेजिलियन्स र एकेडेमिक रेजिलियन्स हैन. So after much practice, a lot of efforts and intervention, investments, we achieve this professional resilience and academic resilience. So digital platform create गर्ने हैन, digital connectivity network establish गर्ने, access सबैमा पुर्याउने and high investment is necessary to achieve this kind of resilience हैन. But what happens ultimately, if we focus, if we practice, if we continue, if we invest, if we intervene, investment from the government side, from the private sector, one day we can reach. एक दिन चाहिँ हामी यो ambitious, high-sounding type of objectives can be reached. It provides resource-rich learning environment. So why don't we understand ICT provides content-rich learning environment, resource-rich learning environment, and creates fosters learning-centered pedagogies and methodologies. So this is because of these reasons. These are few things to mention here. Because of this, in terms of which, on the basis of this, we can say there is high importance of what use of ICT. Resource-rich environment. It provides content-rich environment, content-rich environment, learning environment. It provides it creates a resource. It creates a resource-rich environment. A lot of resources are scattering, available around us in the Google. Google ma search गर्यो भने जे पनि पाइन्छ. Google is what? Guru of Guru. हाम्रो पनि गुरु हो. So we get knowledge, information, necessary materials, necessary content from the Google. So ICT, creates a resource-rich learning environment. ICT, provides content-rich learning environment. ICT fosters learner-centered pedagogies and methodologies. For example, we provide, some project work to the students, and students, they surf in the web, they search in the web, surf, search, select, and print. They read and they get ideas and they prepare their project. Mini research they conduct and they present in the everyday class. So प्रत्येक दिन तिनीहरूले त्यसरी project work carry गर्न सक्छ. This is what, if we conduct this kind of activity, this is what learner-centered activities, learner-centered pedagogy, learner-centered methodology we can use. So because of this, we can say ICT, use of ICT in English language class has high priority, high value, high importance we can, highlight. Okay, so creates what? Rich resource learning environment, provides content-rich learning environment, fosters, enhances learning-centered pedagogies and methodologies. And then ICT supports and promotes or lubricates the ways of, learning, variety of learning, ways of learning. Supports, it promotes, it what lubricates, सहज बनाइदिन्छ के, facilitates, ICT tools lubricate, promote, support, facilitate, expedite different ways of learning. फरक शैलीबाट सिकिन्छ. कसैले they watch video, documentaries, film and learn. Some students or learners, they listen the audio clips, different audio materials and they learn. Some they search many template they download from the website. Many slides we can download from the Google's, then reading materials, pictures, this and that, they can download samples of writing framework or different templates of writing later, writing essay, different things we can browse from the Google, then update and upgrade. So this is what ICT supports, promotes, lubricates, सहज बनाइदिन्छ क्या, lubricates different ways of learning, different ways of thinking, different ways of working across the curriculum, that enable diverse, creative, critical, and fun, engaging collaboration, participation in the process of learning. Hamro lower secondary curriculum unit 5. So what are the principles? There are some principles like English language class should be fun. In English language classroom, there should be engagement, engagement. In English language classroom, communicative tasks and activities should be used. Tasks and activities should be used. So ample exposure should be given to the students to use English inside and outside the classroom. So integration, skill integration and language integration, language skills and content integration should be highlighted. Content integration. So integration to utilize these learning facilitation principles prescribed or recommended in the curriculum. ICT can be one, very enabling and inspiring tool, motivating tool, a driving tool to implement this concept. How can we create fun? We can create fun using, audio class, video class, and a variety of text downloaded from the Google, and a variety of templates of writing, templates of reading, templates of other functions. Then we can use in the classroom. So variety can be created. Then there can be fun and excitement. Then we can engage our students, giving some mini research, mini projects they can carry out. Then activities and tasks will be communicative. They they share, they discuss, they negotiate, they present in the classroom, then a lot of exposure they get in English language. So ICT tools become supporting tools, promoting tools, lubricating tools of different ways of learning, different ways of thinking, different ways of working across the curriculum. Curriculum भित्र बसेर curriculum को content लाई, curriculum को objectives लाई, curriculum को principles लाई, curriculum को activity लाई lubricate गर्न पर्यो, foster गर्न पर्यो. So ICT provides, supports or lubricates this process. This is just for information. Now I delete it. Okay. So it also creates the environment of personalizing, customizing learning process, and they go beyond the textbook. Textbook ma limit huँदैन. Okay? Text in supplementary material, we understood that textbook is not sufficient. Textbook is one tool, only one tool. Textbook is just one tool to deliver a curriculum vision. So textbook, tries to create context for teaching and learning purpose. Some, sample activities, exercises will be given, and it is the teacher, that should. It is the teacher, he or she should supplement some other additional resources to supplement textbook in teaching and learning process. ICT can be very, very important tool. So we can download, different reading materials, from reading materials, learning materials, and use in the English language classroom. One thing. Another thing is what students, they have access of, open resource material. Open resource material they have access, and they can, read and learn according to their, pace and according to their speed. So this is what personalizing. आफ्नो आवश्यकता अनुसार शिक्षण हैन. So personalization is one principle given in the curriculum. Curriculum मा दिएको छ एउटा principle, personalization, individualization, fun, excitement, engagement, communicative tasks and activities. These are the principles, and these principles can be materialized, can be actualized by the use of ICT tools. Okay, so it also fosters and enables leadership in teacher and students. So when they have access in ICT tools, and they have access in the learning materials, resources, content, and they discuss, they read, they learn, and then what they present in this way, they can develop what their leadership power. Also, it creates a platform or forums, different forum. It creates platform and forums for the continuous learning part also, because we can establish network. We can form some kind of network group, like Facebook group, Skype group. There are different groups we can form. Then frequently we can be in touch. We can share our pedagogical problems. We can share our professional problems, and we update from our exchanging. This kind of activity we can do. These are long list of points to indicate the importance. यो सबैबाट हामी importance को रूपमा लेख्न सक्छौं. अहिले म सबै भनिन. So these are few. So why do we need to use ICT भन्यो भने importance मै कुरा गर्ने हो. किन गर्ने त? Why do we utilize or use ICT tools? Kina ICT tools ko prayog garne bhanda, because of these reasons. These are the significant part, importance part. Okay. 75 ko book hoina. 75 will cover gardaina, because content curriculum has changed. And then 75 भनेको त ओल्ड भइहाल्यो, त्यो पुरानो कोर्स अनुसारको. This is what importance. From here you can read others also. Create context, give content, resources, students can personalize their learning, students can customize their learning, students can adjust their learning, teacher can prepare their lesson planning, many positive part we have. So this indicates the importance of ICT. So ICT can be what? One strong and rich and robust. Robust means strong. Springboard means that a kind of flexible platform, forum for the further learning. Okay, so this is under the importance. And let's see implication. Implication means like suggestions what we could do for the further betterment, but it is implicitly stated, means not explicitly, implicitly stated for the future effectiveness. This is a kind of suggestion. Application and implication, these are the two different concepts. Application, we apply provided things. Implication, based on the evidence. Just you be familiar with these two concepts, application and implications. So application, we focus on apply. Application is related to doing or applying, given activities or given ideas we apply. Application is related to doing or applying given ideas, activities, materials, etc. So whereas implication is what? Implication is a kind of a suggestion for the future effectiveness, in terms of effectiveness, in terms of what? In terms of some evidences, EV and DE, and evidences, facts, knowledge, NOW, ELT, knowledge, etc. Facts, evidence, knowledge ko base ma chahi we give some kind of direction, or we kind of suggestion, future way out. This is a kind of what? Implication. So in terms of this concept, in terms of importance, how could we make English language teaching effective in the future? And this is what under the implications. Now let's see. So possible future effectiveness, it is a kind of suggestion. Now technology based teaching and learning, this is the what situation. Just a minute. This is just to remind, to remember the implication. Then we can write in the box. 11 box na diyo na. These few points. Then these points help us to elaborate, our discussion. Implications. Some points. Now, technology-based teaching and learning, we focus inspired by pedagogy and driven by technology. Technology drive garnu parcha. Investment in ICT in the name of modernizing or innovating education. Then teaching materials are available in electronic electronic copies or in electronic versions. We can use. Now, in such context, some specific implications I have mentioned like this. So, internet age. In this internet age, what will be the implication? Like radical school curriculum change is necessary in the internet age to focus on the concept of adaptive learning. you understand this adaptive learning. Then customized learning, then customized learning, adaptive learning, customized learning, personalized learning, PERSONALIGED, personalized learning, personalized learning, customized learning, adaptive learning, and for students and teachers, resilience, academic resilience, through interactive communicative project-based interactive communicative value, through project-oriented, source-oriented, collaborative activities. Okay, now here. So you have to understand what is adaptive learning, what is customized learning, what is personalized learning. You kura bujhnu paryo. Yo kasto cha concept, please write in the chat box. Should we discuss further in detail, or you understand it? Adaptive learning, customized learning, personalized learning. छलफल गर्नुपर्छ? Necessary? Okay. So these are new concepts also, recent ideas in teaching and learning process. So how we understand this is just for the Malayalam box mein rakhne this way. Very important. यो जता पनि लान सकिन्छ, यो ICT मा मात्र होइन, अरु युनिट मा पनि लान सकिन्छ. These different types of recent concepts of learning. One is what ADAPT, adaptive, not adaptive learning. One is adaptive learning. Another one is customized learning, Another one is personalized learning. Okay, these things. How we can understand is adaptive learning is so information is scattering or spreading around us. So we should have that ability to select and to search, select, read and learn. This is what according to the need. So best fitting or localizing according to our needs, interests. That is what adaptation. So information is what? Information is scattering. Yes, ELT chharieko cha हैन. Information is scattering. So we a teacher and student, teacher and students should have the ability to select, to search, locate, search गरेपछि locate गर्नु पर्यो, identify, identify, to search, to locate, to identify, to browse, to browse, ल्याउनु पर्यो, then to read, learn, सिक्न पर्यो, and update and upgrade. Update and upgrade. Learning, they are learning according to individual needs and interest. Adapting needs and interest. So there are a lot of information. जति पनि छ information, तर सबै useful नहुन सक्छ, हैन? So they have to search, they have to locate, identify, then browse, read, scan पनि गर्नु पर्यो, scan गर्नु पर्यो, scan गर्नु पर्यो, त्यहाँ छान्नु पर्यो, learn, update and upgrade their learning according to what according to their individual needs and interest. This is what being adapting अनुकूलन के अनुकूलन जे छ त्यो अनुसारले चाहिँ उले सिक्यो हैन यही कन्सेप्ट चाहिँ हामीले यही कन्सेप्टलाई हामीले कस्टमाइज लर्निङ पनि भन्छ कस्टमाइजेसन अल्सो मिन्स व्हाट according to the need we what scale down we what select and upgrade there large amount of information is there some information necessary some information not necessary not relevant irrelevant then which one is relevant necessary just you select and you read that is also customization so adaptive learning customized learning then personalized learning synonymously we can use these terms personalized learning आफ्नो आवश्यकता अनुसार सिक्ने नै के हो पर्सनलाइज्ड लर्निङ हो कस्टमाइज्ड लर्निङ हो एडप्टिङ लर्निङ हो in this way we can understand so ICT helps to adapt learning process to customize our learning process to personalize our learning process यो चीज चाहिँ बुझ्नु पर्यो just you understand information is scattering around us large number of large number of resources materials information scattering around the world globe around us so the only necessary and relevant useful information knowledge idea we select we locate we find out we identify we browse we read we scan we learn we update we upgrade to fit to meet अझै के भन्नु भने upgrade their learning to fit and meet their individual needs and interests. This is what adaptation. To fit and meet their individual needs and interests. So individual need expectation अनुसार knowledge build up गर्ने creation गर्ने नै हामीले के बुझौँ भने this is what adaptive learning, customized learning, personalized learning. Okay, in this way you can understand. So these are the concept Deep has written so very difficult to understand. So simply यसलाई तपाईले कसरी बुझौ भने यो आउँछ हैन पछाडी पनि आउँछ तपाईलाई कतिको एक्सेस हुन्छ नलेजमा कतिको चाहिँ बुझ्नुहुन्छ त्यो अनुसार लान सक्नुहुन्छ हैन so if you do not understand customized learning personalized learning and then adaptive learning you need not to write these things in exam आउँछ भने मिलाएर लेखिदिनुस् मैले त शेयरिङ मात्र गरे तपाईलाई हैन आउँछ भने लेखिदिनुस् यो कुराहरु हैन because this is of high level content so if you write these ideas in your answer sheet so your answer will be of high competitive so simple things are जसले पनि लेखिहाल्छ नि ICT भने त this is a computer internet email that students they search they prepare a slide they present in the classroom there will be these simple things everybody writes so how can you make your answer competitive so I have gone through that perspective also so सामान्य त हाम्रो फाइनलमा कन्क्लुजन गरौँला हैन just we have started हैन simply हामीले हेर्न सक्छौं तर यो चाहिँ के ब्रोडर पर्सपेक्टिभ अहिलेको this is overall recent development in the field of ICT and English language teaching because ICT we have integrated in teaching and learning process to innovation गर्न नै हामीले युज गरे ICT लाई हैन so what is innovation this personalized learning adaptive learning customized learning this is innovation हैन यो आफ्नो आवश्यकता अनुसार सिक्ने प्रक्रिया यो this is innovation ओके यो हाम्रो यहाँ लेख्न सकिन्छ तर तपाईलाई गाह्रो हो भने simple things don't worry I will share at the last कसरी समराइज गर्ने भन्ने कुरा म लास्टमा शेयर गर्छु। यो कन्सेप्ट तपाईहरुलाई नयाँ भएको छ मलाई थाहा छ, because these are new concepts also. Even secondary candidates, they feel difficult to understand, but if you try to understand these concepts, then your preparation becomes strong. And you broader understanding things. The basic knowledge now, simple things also I'll share it. Yeah, some of you have written, I got it clearly. Good, got clearly difficult. So यसको बेसिक फाउन्डेसन भएन भने गाह्रो हुन्छ, तर सिम्पल थिंग्स क्वेशन आन्सरमा हामी आउँछौं, त्यति बेला पनि छलफल गरौँला। सिम्पल, डोन्ट वरी। Importance and implication, they are the different part. Yeah, BJ also so difficult. Okay. टेक्स्ट बुक किताबमा भएको कुरा र यहाँ म्याच गरेन भन्नुभएको छ। किताबमै भएको पढाउने भएको भए त अब किताब पढे भइहाल्यो नि, हैन? सो आई ट्राई टु गिभ न्यू थिंग्स। त्यो भन्दा बढी चीज दिन पर्यो नि। किताबमा भएको चीज त छदै छ नि, यु रिड दैट, हैन? ओके, सो होम एन्ड स्कूल होम community link can be done through the use of ICT. For example, this Zoom software we are using, then Microsoft Teams software we can use, Moodle we can use, learning platform. Okay, so when we use Zoom, then we can link home, school, and community. So parents also can communicate through Zoom. Like you are attending this live session this time. In the same way, we can connect our parents from their home to communicate with the school administration, with the teaching staff. So this kind of relationship can be established. Then in the teacher training course also, this ICT should be one core area. So teachers training agencies should integrate ICT is one important or one obligatory or mandatory course to train the teachers. Then what happens then? Teachers, they get exposure. Teachers, they get ideas how to implement in teaching and learning process. So this lubricates, this facilitates the process. So a core area of teacher training course, ICT should be core area of teacher training course. अब तपाईले यसलाई गाह्रो हो भन्ने भने यसलाई हटाइदिए पनि हुन्छ। मैले यो यसलाई एक्सप्लेन गरिदिएको हो। जस्तै होम स्कूल होम कम्युनिटी लिंक भन्यो हैन, यसलाई हटाइदिएर concerned stakeholders such as school, home, community can have new opportunities and avenues for partnership, collaboration for their children's learning. यति लेख्दै पनि भयो तपाईले हैन। यो भनेको one implication can be like this, हैन? Concerned stakeholders such as school, home, and community can have new opportunities and avenues. सधैँ स्कुलै गइरहनु परेन नि त physically. They can connect through different ICT tools, softwares like Zooms, mobiles, then other tools they can use, and what can partner can collaborate for their children's learning. In this way, यो चाहिँ मैले बुझ्न लागि मात्र राख्दिएको यो हेडिङ हैन, यसलाई फाल्दिउँला अहिलेलाई राखिराखौ हैन। So digital infrastructure we have to establish. Strong and sustainable physical infrastructure should be established and utilized ICT effectively and efficiently in schools. So ICT भन्ने हैन, हाम्रो इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर के छ भने weak छ. Because of that, most of the schools they have computers, they have laptop, but they do not have internet, and because of that they do not have electricity also. Because of these these devices are not working. So digital infrastructure connectivity should be what is strong, connectivity. So shifting mindset also. Now we have to shift our mindset. So now we have to integrate technologies. We have to use tools, ICT tools, to innovate our teaching and learning process, to help teachers and learners to learn easy way, faster way, innovative way. So these are some areas of implications. कसरी अब आइसिटी टुललाई कसरी प्रयोग गर्ने भन्दाखेरि अब हामी यसरी जानुपर्छ अनि बल्ल आइसिटी को चाहिँ इफेक्टिभ युज हुन्छ भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ these are the points. And then mode of learning ma चाहिँ हाम्रो generally 3 types of mode of learning we will have. One is what synchronous mode of learning, another asynchronous mode of learning, another one is blended mode of learning. तीनटा हुन्छ. Synchronous means this is live mode of learning. For example, you and me, you and I, we are in the live session now. This is synchronous. Live session ma आएर सिक्ने चाहिँ synchronous mode of learning using digital tools हैन. Asynchronous mode of learning means we are not in the face to face mode हैन. We are not over here. We are not in face to face mode हैन. We are not connecting. We are not in live session हैन. Live session or class. We are not in live class, but we can exchange materials. We can exchange materials, ideas, using different tools. Different tools like emails. Through emails we can messengers. Messengers, WhatsApp. Yes, GS Messenger. Messengers, then we can use WhatsApp also. WhatsApp. Different tools we can use to update. Okay. So simply you write emails and messenger, Facebook Messenger might be. We can use, we can exchange information. Then we can update. Asynchronous mode, not live session. Loose sense, not live session, but what we can exchange information using different digital tools. Emails, but message pathaun sakcha, materials, problem send गर्न सक्छ. This is asynchronous mode. Blended mode means both face to face as well as what virtual mode, let's say face to face or live. Live plus live as well as in loose sense offline. यो offline भनेको loose sense मा है, loose sense ठ्याक्कै यही होइन तर त्यसको अर्थ दिन्छ. In loose sense OFF offline. So combination of these two, this is what blended form. So these modes we use in course of learning using the digital tools. यति कुराहरु गरौँ, भोलि कुरा गरौँला अरु बढी. So you also try to read and get ideas. So it supports me also to explain. And question answer form मा अब हामी 3-4 कन्टेन्टहरु छ, कन्टेन्ट छलफल गरौँ, then question answer form मा जाउँला. 4-5 वटा sample question answer हरु हेरौँला. In this way we do. Okay.